Dear students, yesterday we have seen what do you mean by ordinary differential equation, its solution, and how to obtain a solution of that differential equation. In this video, we will consider the examples where we find the solutions of the given differential equations. The first example is y dash equal to e to the power 3x plus sine x. So we have to find the solutions of this differential equation, which is a first order linear differential equation. We obtain its solution as a function phi of x. So for that we integrate the given differential equation. So integral of y dash derivative, which is phi dash at x. So we say that the function phi x will be a solution of this differential equation if this differential equation is satisfied by the function phi of x. So we have the equation as phi dash at x is equal to e to the power 3x plus sine x. So just we integrate this. So what is the integration of phi dash x with respect to x? It is simply phi of x, and take the integration of right hand side. So integration of e to the power 3x with respect to x is e to the power 3x upon 3, and integration of sine x is minus cos x plus constant of integration. So for all values of x, the solution of this differential equation is phi of x is equal to e to the power 3x minus cosine x plus constant of integration. Now second differential equation is the kth derivative is equal to 0, where k is some positive integer. So again we suppose that this phi of x is a solution of the given equation, so that the equation differential equation kth derivative of y is equal to 0 should satisfy. So we take that we just go on integrating this kth derivative of phi. So if you integrate the kth derivative of function phi, we will get the function as k minus 1th derivative of phi, and integration of right hand side is some constant, so we denote that constant by c1. So again go on integrating. Integration of k minus 1th derivative will be phi of k minus 2, and integration of right hand side is c1 is constant, so its integration is c1 into x plus another constant of integration. So go on integrating like this, you will get k minus 3rd derivative of phi is equal to c1 into the integration of x is x square by 2 plus integration of c2 is c2 into x plus constant of integration. So finally you will get the function phi of x, which is equal to c1 by 2 into integration of kth power. So that is x to the power k minus 1 upon k minus 1. But we will take c1 divided by that constant as some new constant. Second term you will get like this, c2 is some constant into x to the power k minus 2 plus so on integration of ck minus 1 into ck minus 1 constant is ck minus 1 into variable x, and we add constant of integration. So this function phi of x will be a solution of this kth order differential equation. So here in this expression all ci's are arbitrary constant. Now third differential equation, here we find its solution as third derivative of y is equal to x square. So again the function phi will be a solution of this differential equation if the given differential equation is satisfied by that function phi of x. So you integrate the third derivative of phi, which is equal to x square. So its integration of third derivative of phi is phi double dash x. The integration of right hand side we consider integration of x square will be x cube upon 3 plus constant of integration. Again take the integration of second derivative of phi, which will be phi dash x. Take the integration of this x cube upon 3, and what is the integration? It is x to the power 4 upon 4 into 3. So that gives 12 plus integration of, yes, here instead of multiplication we have c1. So what is the integration of c1? It is c1 into x, and we add some constant of integration c2. Again integrating this above equation to get function phi. So integration of x cube upon 12 is it is not x cube, x to the power 4. Integration of x to the power 4 is x to the power 5 upon 5, and that is simply x to the power 5 upon 60 plus integration of c1x. So it is c1 into x square upon 2, but we can take that as some constant, plus integration of c2 with respect to x is c2x, and add some constant of integration. So this function phi of x, which is x to the power 5 upon 60 plus c1 into x square upon 2 plus c2x plus c3, will be the solution of differential equation y third derivative of y is equal to x. Now we consider one example where we verify that the given function is a solution of the differential equation. So when do you say that? Again apply the definition of solution of a differential equation. So when do you say that any function is a solution of the differential equation? If that function satisfies the given differential equation. So we use this idea, this definition, to verify that the given functions are the solutions of that differential equation. So here first example is, here the given function is phi of x is equal to e to the power sine minus sine x. So this will be a solution of differential equation y dash plus cos x into y is equal to 0. So let us see how to do this. So by definition we know that the function phi will be a solution of this differential equation if it is satisfied. So phi dash at x plus cos of x into phi must be 0. So just differentiate the given function phi of x. So you will get its derivative as phi dash x, and it is like this. Derivative of exponential function is e to the power minus sin x. Derivative of exponential function is the exponential function into derivative of exponent. So here exponent is minus sin of x. So what is the derivative of minus sin of x? Derivative of sin x is cosine x. So its derivative is minus cosine x. But what is e to the power minus sin x? That is the given function phi. So we can write in this way. So this is the first derivative. And now we consider the left hand side of the given differential equation and just plug the value of phi dash at x and phi of x. So here you will see that this left hand side, after plugging the values of phi of x and phi dash x, you will have this. And what is this? Sum of these two terms will be 0. So this is the verification that the function phi of x satisfies given differential equation, and therefore we say that this phi of x, which is e to the power minus sin x, is a solution of this differential equation y dash plus cos x into y is equal to 0. Now we move to second example, where the function is given like this: phi of x is equal to sin x minus 1, and we have to verify that it is the solution of the differential equation y dash plus cos x into y is equal to sin x into cosine x. So in the first example, that differential equation was homogeneous differential equation, and here it is a non-homogeneous differential equation of first order. So let us find the first derivative of the given function phi of x. So derivative of sin x is cosine x, and derivative of minus 1 is 0. So we get first derivative as phi dash x is equal to cosine x. Now we plug in the values of phi of x and phi dash x in the left hand side of given differential equation. So after plugging the values, you will get this expression, and if we simplify it, finally you will have right hand side as sin x into cosine x. So that means the given function satisfies the differential equation y dash plus cos x into y is equal to sin x cosine x, and therefore the function phi of x is a solution of this non-homogeneous differential equation. Now in the third example, we have the function phi of x, which is given like this: c1 plus c2 into e to the power x, where c1 and c2 are arbitrary constants. And we have to verify that this is the solution of this second order differential equation, which is homogeneous, because here right hand side is 0. So let us recall that this phi function will be a solution of this differential equation if it is satisfied by the given function phi. So we should have phi double dash of x minus phi dash at x is equal to 0. So let us find the first derivative of the given function phi of x, which is here c2 into e to the power x, because derivative of c1 is 0. Again differentiate, we will get second derivative, which will be c2 into e to the power x, and we just plug the values of second derivative and first derivative in the left hand side of this equation. You will see that it is equal to 0. So that means this differential equation y double dash minus y dash is equal to 0 is satisfied by the given function phi of x equal to c1 plus c2 e to the power x, and hence we say that phi of x given by this one is a solution of the given differential equation. Now we consider two more examples where we verify that the given functions are the solutions of given differential equation. So here the given function is phi of x is equal to sine 2x, and the second order differential equation is y double dash plus y equal to 0, which is a homogeneous differential equation. So determine the first derivative and second derivative of the given function. The first derivative of phi x is phi dash at x. Derivative of right hand side sine 2x is 2 cos of 2x, and again differentiate it, it will be minus 4 sine 2x, and you just plug in the values of phi double dash and phi dash and phi. You will get phi fourth derivative, second derivative plus 4 times, here it should be, this differential equation should be 4y. So 4 into phi x is equal to, so that comes out to be 0, and therefore this phi of x equal to sine 2x is a solution of this differential equation. Last one, the function is the exponential function, which is a complex exponential function, and we have to see that it is a solution of the differential equation y double dash plus 4y is equal to 0. So let us see how to verify it. So differentiate the function phi of x twice. So first derivative is 2i e to the power 2ix, and second derivative is again 2i multiplied by 2i, so that is minus 4i square, but 4i square, but I square is minus 1, therefore it is minus 4 into e to the power 2ix, and just put the values of second derivative and first derivative, so that will give you, not first derivative, just put the value of phi, so that gives 0 again, and therefore this shows that the function phi of x, which is complex exponential function, is the solution of the differential equation y double dash plus 4 into y is equal to 0, which is again homogeneous differential equation. Next, we consider one example with initial condition, and with the help of this initial condition we will find the value of arbitrary constant involved in the general solution of the given differential equation. Also we will consider boundary conditions, and if the boundary conditions are given, we find the solution of the same differential equation. So here the given differential equation is y dash plus 5y is equal to 0. The first question is, you have to show that the function phi of x given in this way is a solution of the given differential equation. Second question is, assuming that every solution has this form, we have to find the solution which satisfies this initial condition. Why this is initial condition? Because the solution is given at only one point. And in the third question, we have to find the solution which satisfies boundary conditions, because the conditions are given at 2 points, 0 and 1. So with the help of these initial as well as boundary conditions, we will be able to find the arbitrary constants involved in the solution. So let us see how to show that the given function is a solution of the given differential equation. Okay, so it is exactly same as the verification. So we have the function phi, okay, which is the solution of y dash plus phi y is equal to 2. It means the given differential equation is satisfied by phi. So we have phi dash x plus phi x is equal to 2. Now this can be written as, we just multiply by e to the power phi x. So this is phi dash x plus phi x into e to the power phi x, which is equal to 2 into e to the power phi x. And then integrate. Integrating this, what we get on both sides. So this is the derivative of product of two functions, e to the power phi x into phi x. So it is nothing but e to the power phi x into phi of x, and this is the integration of right hand side. And you just multiply, you divide this expression throughout by e to the power minus phi x, e to the power plus phi x, not minus phi x. So that gives phi of x is equal to 2 by phi plus c into e to the power minus phi x. So that is the solution of given differential equation. And here you see that this involves arbitrary constant c. Now taking this as a solution of given differential equation, now let us answer question B. So we suppose that phi of x is the solution of the given differential equation, and initial condition is given like this, phi of 1 is equal to 2. So what we get from this expression, phi of 1 is equal to 2 by phi plus c into e to the power minus phi. Just put x is equal to 1 and you will get this. But phi of 1 is given, initial condition is given, therefore this can be written as 2 is equal to 2 by phi plus c into e to the power minus phi. Now solve this to determine the value of c. So after solving, you will get the value of arbitrary constant as 8 by phi into e to the power phi. And then substitute this value of c in the solution of given differential equation. So that is phi of x is equal to this. You just plug the value of c, and after a little simplification, you will get the solution of given differential equation which satisfies initial condition. Now let us consider third question of this example. So phi of x is the solution of given differential equation, so that you will have phi of 1 as this, and phi of 0 is equal to 2 by 5 plus c. So just you put x is equal to 0, you will get phi of 1. Put x is equal to 0 here, you will get the value of phi of 0. And using boundary conditions, phi of 1 is equal to 3 times phi of 0. So this is not 2, it is 0. And using those two values here, then simplify the expression to get the value of c. And here you will see that the value of c is 4 upon 5 into e to the power minus 5 of e to the power minus 5 minus 3. So by detailed calculation you can get this value of c. And lastly we put the value of this arbitrary constant in the solution. So that gives phi of x is equal to 2 upon 5 plus 4 upon, this is the value of c, into e to the power minus 5x. So this is the solution which satisfies the boundary conditions in question 3. So in this way we can solve a differential equation if the initial as well as boundary conditions are given, so that we will be able to obtain the particular solution of the given differential equation. The initial conditions and boundary conditions depends on the physical situation that we have, and according to those initial and boundary conditions we can get the solution to the physical problem which occurs in physics, chemistry and many branches of sciences. So with this I will stop here.